The next one is engaging more into blackness. And then I asked the person for an example. They said encouragement. I said, got it. So what can I say and what am I going to say as far as encouragement for black people, the youth, all black people? Here's one thing I'm going to say. Living in the United States of America, is by far a gift and a curse. Number one, the opportunity that lays right at our feet and hands is by far an opportunity that to not look over. The technology that we have in our hands, the information we have at our hands, and let alone being who we are as a people is amazing. Remember, slavery was not the beginning of our lives. It was not. Slavery in the United States of America for those 400 years was fucking hell for our ancestors. Okay? So remember that we built the United States with our tears, our life, our energy, our blood, our sweat, our anger, out of remorse, out of happiness, out of hell, looking for a heaven. You heard? And then even when we were so-called let free, physically, we still up until today going through fucking hell. You heard? So it brings about like, what do we do? What's the solution? What do we do now? We're in a position where we can make options and choices where we could do much and a whole lot better for ourselves, and it is happening. So here's what I'm going to say. These teachings and these things that I learned were from black people, assisted with many different types of nationalities and races that I've come amongst. Hey, take your talent, work your talent, work your skills, work on it, work. I don't care if it's computers, if it's math, if it's art, if it's architecture, if it's doctor, if it's massage therapist, stretch therapist. I don't give a damn if it's basketball, football. I don't care if it's making clothes. What else? Being a nurse, being a lawyer, doing something. I don't care if you want to learn how to read minds or something, how to plant trees, how to farm, how to raise up pure breed dogs. What else? Engineering. You know, and why am I saying this? I'm saying this because we have opportunity, an opportunity laying at our hands right now where you could be sitting on a toilet and drop a post, and the next thing you know, you're making money off of a post that you dropped. If you could find an organization that relates to what you're doing or plan on doing, you find it and you get amongst it. I don't care if you got to start charging $1 just to start getting clients. You charge $1 and you build your clientele. Now I want you to understand that there is one difference though. This technology will make you think that you can get instant results. No, you got to put in the work. But the work means that you got to have a resume of work ethic that you've put on the ground, laid a ground base, a foundation, so that when somebody does come to you and says, hey, I want this from you, you can offer the service. I don't care if you want to take care of cats. Whatever it is, I don't care if you want to own a reptile store or whatever. Black people, go look at your history. Look at our history. And look at the minds of what our people did, continue to do. And we're still doing it. We're still doing it. Come on. We so-called call ourselves, gods and this and that and whatever the case is. So act upon it. Act on the word. I don't care if you want to cook up crack cocaine. If it's Harvard go and buy it. If you make it pure, Harvard will buy it and test it. And see what happens on the white lab rats. Most of the information that's out here when it comes to medicine and different testing, Harvard is always the people that kind of give the results on what they went through in their experiments. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We living in a time now where you could those who are not paying bills, and you're not even paying your cell phone bill, heaven is at your feet, Man, you could just work your craft, post your craft, put 30 hashtags. You ain't even gotta spend $1. You can start building from there. And then you gotta be careful about the people you hang around. If you hanging around people who steal, rob, thieve, do grimy things, you gotta separate yourselves from them too, because they'll rob from you too. I guarantee it. So I'm letting you know that as black people, we in a fight right now. We are in a fight right now. We are at war, different levels of war. We are at war. We're at war. Believe it. Physically, mentally, spiritually, economically, morally, name it. But there are those who are successful at winning this war. So what happens is you got to put your feet down in what you do, your skill, your talent, or pick back up your skill and talent and work hard. Your conversations daily should be on that in which you want to provide and help for the community and continue to pass it down. And don't feel bad when you can't service your service to those who need your service at the time, but there will be a time when you can do it on a large scale. Okay? And then once you start to make money, you invest back into yourself. You invest into home bills. You help the parents out. You invest back into yourself. And then you invest into the tools to help you build and work on your craft even more. Blacks, we are free physically. Don't let nobody fool you. We are free physically. We can go on a train, right? We can drop a post. We can have a cell phone. We could get licensed to drive a car. We could do so many things. You could start your own thing right inside your room, right inside your closet. I had friends in high school who had a damn studio, a recording studio in his room right next to his bed and was making money. You see? Blacks, we got this and we're going to keep getting it. We're going to get it, but we'll be patient with you. We'll be patient with our people. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it. And we getting it too. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. So, I don't care if you want to make coffee. Make the best coffee. And just offer it. As simple as that. And then what happens is, now it's about pooling resources. So let me teach you about pooling resources. First off, pool your resources with somebody who's good in communication, consistent. So this right here, right? This is another one that I started putting together. So every time I drink coffee, I buy the coffee, but every time I drink coffee, I put $5 away. Simple as that. I put $5 away every time I drink coffee. So that at the end of the month, I count it and I invest back into what I want. I'll buy more coffee, not the whole thing with coffee, but then I'll put the rest away to save up. You got to start from ground zero. It starts with putting $1 away. Don't look for the 100,000, million, and you have nothing to offer. You know, start off with $1. And that's the biggest mistake That's one of the biggest mistakes that we're not taught is money management, financial skills. Start from ground zero. Make money by offering a service that you already have and can offer. Offer at a price where you can afford. And if you get one client, that's a start. That's amazing. It's better than being homeless begging from car to car. You make money, you put away $1, you invest back into the business. The business is clothes, toilet tissue, toothpaste, help mommy out or daddy out or auntie or grandma out with bills, and then put the rest away into a shoebox or something. Save it. Blacks, we got this, but we got to start setting up for the future. And then when things get tough and hard, it's called weathering the storm. It's going to be a drought where you ain't going to have no clients. That's what the money is saved for. Just lay back. That's when there's a drought, work on your craft. When there's a drought. When it's a storm, that's when one person come, all of a sudden everybody want to spend money on you. Then you strategically plan the people out accordingly. You take your consistent clients first. You take the ones who's paying more after that. And then those who are iffy, you kind of just let them be iffy. And then when they come around, they come around. And if they don't, they don't. It's perfectly fine. We can't service everyone. We can't make everyone happy. So I encourage you to start really working on yourself. And then after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, after a year, you go back into the shoebox or jar, whatever it is that you're saving. And you look and see how much you made alone. And then you find somebody else who's on the same path and you work it. And you take part of that, which you saved, and this person takes part of that. Or you pool resources. Resources is skills, techniques, trade, things that you can trade, that you can help benefit each other. Simple as that. Or somebody who may be in the same field who's looking to do the same. Just because they're in the same field doesn't mean that they have the same intent as you do. So be careful with that. There's a lot of snakes out there. So I hope this video touches you in some sort of way as a form of encouragement. But hey, if you ain't paying no bills, you in heaven. Peace.